Democratic State Senate candidate James Paisley this afternoon announced the endorsement of the Reverend Jesse Jackson. And Paisley says Jackson will be in the area Thursday to demonstrate that support. Paisley is running for the seat currently held by Senator Frank McGill. Paisley says Jackson will arrive in Williamsburg County late Thursday morning and hold a noon rally at the Mount Zion United Methodist Church in Kingstree. The candidate says Jackson will later travel to Marion for another rally.
You haven't been spending much time in South Carolina lately if you don't know at least a little something about the Education Improvement Act that's been implemented in the public schools. 15 News reporter Clay Williams has been detailing some of the fine points of the act these past few days, and tonight he wraps up his education series by focusing on the people who have to deal with the law.
The implementation of the Education Improvement Act begins with the superintendents.
It's the best thing that I have been involved in. I was in graduate school and not actively in the public school system during the years of desegregation. And desegregation, of course, was a signal occurrence in education in this state. But since I have been back out of graduate school and back on the firing line, it's the best one thing that's happened.
This will enhance our relationship with the students in the community, pointing out the value of a quality educational program, and it will help the students and the parents in the community work with the teachers in the classroom and the principals in the various schools of carrying out the instructional program of our school district.
Teachers view the EIA as a tool they've needed for some time.
We are going to have more time to teach what we need to teach. There's more emphasis on it. There's a lot more involvement that the public has in our education now. They're more aware of what we know and what we need.
I feel like things are more organized this year, with more funding and stronger goals this year.
Is that better for you think?
I think it's better for the students. What's best for them is best for we as teachers.
Students' opinions on the EIA range from dread to a just another test attitude.
Yes, at first, most of them were complaining because of the 10-day act and because you had to pass certain subjects to play sports and all the rules that are involved in it.
Do you think that's something that's going to cause a problem for a lot of your friends?
No, I don't think it'll cause a problem because eventually we will get used to it because we have to go to school. That's mandatory. And once they get used to it, they'll see that there's not much change.
The future of South Carolina education is tied to the Education Improvement Act. But more importantly, the children are tied to it. For their sake, the EIA has to be a success. Clay Williams, 15 News.
And coming up on 15 Sports, we're going to have afternoon highlights from the Cubs in the fields.
Also, a new collegiate top 20 for you, so stay right there.
Okay, everyone, here we go. We're going to spin the cash call wheel and try to give away some money. And what it will land on, we'll find out as it comes to a halt. $195 to give away. I'd certainly like to give that away to you. So stay right there, and we'll see if we are calling you right after this.
Everything looks okay, Mr. Parker. We'll have your loan ready in no time. Of course, we do have to go through channels.
The Parker loan, sir.
Take it up to Haney.
We need Perry's okay on this, don't we?
I'm sorry, Mr. Perry is on vacation. Try Mr. Jordan.
I'm not looking at this without Boggs' approval.
In the time it takes you to go through channels at one of the big banks.
Boggs? Boggs. No Boggs, no loan.
You could have already had an answer at South Carolina Federal, a new choice in banking.
We've punched in the number, checking on the wheel. We have $195. Yep, I'm right. And we're waiting for the first ring. Here we go. Will anybody answer, and does anybody know that we have some money to give away? Hello there. Is this 479-4347?
Yes, it is.
Hello there. This is Deanne Rowe with WPDE TV's Cash Call Jackpot. And, sir, you are now live with us on the air. You know how much money we have in our jackpot tonight?
No, I don't.
You don't? You were watching the hurricane. Well, we had it all right here, but we do have $195 on the wheel, and we thank you for talking with us.
Yes, ma'am.
And we hope you have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Well, he didn't know the exact answer. We'll try again tomorrow. That was the Newton residence in Bennettsville. Don't go away. We have more news and sports next.
As an independent businessman, Robin Talon learned that to be successful,
you have to think for yourself. As our congressman, he does the same thing. He knows we want a congressman who does what's best for the people of the 6th District, not what some Washington lobbyist or politician wants him to. And Robin is gaining the same respect for his ability and independence in Congress that made him successful in business. Robin Talon, now and for the future.
I can trade in this old TV on a new Curtis Mathis?
Curtis Mathis National Trade-In Days are on.
I can trade in this TV on a new Curtis Mathis?
Bring your old TV to your Curtis Mathis Home Entertainment Center now and use it toward a down payment on a stereo, TV, big screen, VCR, or camera. All with our exclusive 4-year warranty and easy monthly payments.
Available at your Curtis Mathis Home Entertainment Center in Florence and Georgetown.
U.S. Grade A large eggs. We crack them fresh, we cook them fresh. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Sports is a game of substitutes, and sometimes reporting the sports is too. Of course, Al Irvin was tied up along the Grand Strand area today. Rick Henry is still on jury duty, so here's Randall King.
Third-string sports person, I guess. Good news today for one state college football team. The latest top 20 college football poll puts the Clemson Tigers in the #2 position. Danny Ford's Chargers, who have racked up easy wins over Appalachian State and Virginia, collected 15 first-place votes in the AP poll this week. Top-ranked Nebraska had 35 first-place votes. Michigan, fresh off a big win over Miami's Hurricanes, is third in the poll, followed by Texas, Iowa, and Miami. The rest of the top 10 has UCLA, Brigham Young, Ohio State, and Boston College. Moving on to baseball action today, in the National League, the Phillies are making things very difficult for the Chicago Cubs, who are trying to wrap up their first divisional title. The two played this afternoon at Wrigley Field, and Bud Fotopoulos has the details.
The Phils got a pair of runs on just 3 Dennis Eckersley pitches in the second inning. Tim Corcoran's triple to the right field corner scored Mike Schmidt to make it 1-0. Lem Matusek followed with a single to bring in Corcoran, and it was quickly 2-0 Philadelphia. All 3 batters hit their first pitch to them. The Cubs got a run in the 5th and 2 in the 8th. Ron Hassey's pinch single drove in Davy Lopes to tie the score at 2. Later, Ryan Sandberg singled to left to bring Billy Hatcher across. The Cubs led 3-2. But the Phils loaded the bases in the 9th, and with 2 out, Ozzie Virgil hit a bouncer past Lee Smith. Tom Verizor flipped the ball away, permitting 2 runners to score. It was 4-3 Phils. Greg Gross finished off the Cubs with a pinch double that scored another 2 men. The Phils slowed down the Chicago Pennant Express with a 6-3 win. This is Bud Fotopoulos reporting.
And that is a quick look at sports tonight.
Okay, Randy, thank you very much. We'll be back after this.
Wow, a new chocolate chip cookie. Crispy, chewy, crispy, chewy. Branded Dunkin' Hines are crispy, chewy. Tastes great like my mom's does. The only one that's so much fun. The only one that tastes like mom's does.
Dunkin' Hines introduces chocolate chip cookies in a bag that taste like Mom's. Here's why. Most packaged store-bought cookies are hard, inside and out. But new Dunkin' Hines are crispy outside, soft and chewy inside, loaded with real chocolate chips.
Crispy, chewy, crispy, chewy. Branded Dunkin' Hines are crispy, chewy. Tastes great like my mom's does. The only one, it's so much fun. The only one that tastes like mom's does.
New Dunkin' Hines chocolate chip cookies in a bag. Crispy, chewy, so they taste like Mom's.
An update on cancellations coming up at 7 o'clock.
Have a good evening.
From ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening, and we begin by pinpointing this first full Atlantic hurricane of the 1984 season. This is what the Wilmington, North Carolina radar shows. Diana is just off the North Carolina coast, about 30 miles southeast of Wilmington. That is Wilmington, the ILM on the center of the map. Diana is moving and packing an enormous